And now, the rest of the story. It was the middle of the 1950s. A young man from Tupelo, Mississippi, with a slick back pompadour, a curled lip, and hips that seemed to have a mind of their own, was turning the music world upside down. His name was Elvis Presley. Records were flying off the shelves. Girls were screaming. Parents were clutching their pearls. And everywhere you looked, there he was, on the radio, on television, and yes, on merchandise. Buttons, bobby socks, charm bracelets, record players, you name it. If it could carry the king's name or face, it was for sale. By the end of 1956, Elvis merchandise had already raked in over $22 million. Not bad for a kid who just a few years earlier was driving a delivery truck. But not everyone was buying what the young sensation was selling. In fact, plenty of folks couldn't stand him. They thought his music was loud and vulgar, his dancing scandalous, his whole act a threat to the moral fiber of American youth. These weren't just quiet dissenters, they were vocal. They wrote letters, they protested, and they wanted the world to know exactly how they felt. Enter Colonel Tom Parker, the carnival barker turned manager who had taken the wheel of Elvis's career and was steering it straight toward superstardom. The colonel was no ordinary talent handler. He was a born promoter, a man who could smell a dollar from a mile away. And he didn't just much care for whose pocket it came out of, as long as a healthy cut of it found its way into his pocket. So what did the colonel do when he saw all those frowning faces and shaking heads? Did he try to win them over, smooth things out, reason with the critics? No, he started selling buttons that read, "I hate Elvis," and "Elvis is a jerk," and anything else that would let the haters proudly declare their disdain for a price. That's right, while fans were snapping up "I love Elvis" pins and posters, the colonel made sure the anti-Elvis crowd had their own swag to wear. Love him or hate him, it didn't matter to the colonel. Either way, you were going to help pay the bills. He had found a way to monetize both adoration and outrage. A marketing stroke so clever, so audacious, it was almost, well, as wild as Elvis's stage moves. For years, those "I hate Elvis" buttons popped up on lapels across the country, worn by the very people who swore they wouldn't give the boy from Memphis a dime. Little did they know they were lining the colonel's pockets at the same time. And if you stop and think about it, that little scheme of the colonel's revealed something bigger than buttons and backlash. It showed just how completely Elvis had captured the American imagination. So completely that even the folks who claimed to despise him couldn't resist being a part of the spectacle. They had to announce their outrage, wear it, display it, parade it around like a badge of honor. And in doing so, they became a part of the very machine they swore they were fighting. The colonel understood something they didn't. Once a man becomes a phenomenon, you can't escape him. You can only choose which side of the souvenir table you're standing on. And either way, the cash register rings. And now you know the rest of the story. Good day.